Hey all, happy Monday. We are at the end of the month of June, day 875 of our pandemic. Let's see if I guess it feels like that. I'm just jumping on today because I'm not going to tell you a sad story of life, a racist story of life. I need to take a break from those memories. It's not easy to do because they're always there, but I do want to share you something with you that vexes me. There you go. A vexing situation. Is that the right word? Something that I can't stand? Okay, so we're in the middle of an anti-racism movement. We are in the middle of a Black Lives Matter movement. We are in the middle of some huge evolution and revolution. So when I see people post this particular, is it meme? Is it meme? I don't know. Nobody's going to hand me an award for best hip language of the day. I'm not going to get that award. So let's call it meme. Let's call it meme for fun. Anyways, no, I see this meme that's popped up a couple of times, and I'll show you it. You probably have seen it too. This one. Right. So here's to all the people with different opinions, and we're still friends because we're all adults. If I could roll my eyes so far back into my head when I see that, that meme, that is for, I like cream in my coffee, I don't. I like to dip my fries. I like to put my ketchup all over my fries. I like buttercream frosting. I like cream cheese frosting. I think suspenders are coming back into style. I don't. Never, ever, ever is that meme for an anti-racism revolution. I gotta say, do you have people that you are so attached to that you know they're posting racist garbage or disagreeing with this movement, and that's what you're going to put up because you just want to err on the side of still being friends with this person? Is this person paying your bills that you're willing to post that? I know some of you are thinking, Shauna, come on, it's not that bad. No, really, the essence of the meme is not bad. If you're dealing with non-important life equality, marginalized groups getting the same equal treatment as everyone, as white people, sure. But if you're posting it about this, it makes zero sense. I have to wonder what's wrong with you. And also, it's fake news. That meme is literally false information. The very point of being an adult is dealing with uncomfortable situations. The very point of being a grown-up is having to have awkward conversations. It's having to set safe boundaries for your health, both mentally and physically. It's about finding partners and people in your life that help you flourish and you flourish them. It's not about, it's false. You're not an adult if you just allow somebody to be a racist and then just be their friend anyway. That's child. When we were children, we had to deal with those kind of toxic behaviors. We were powerless against it then. But as a grown-up, you have every power in the world to remove yourself from those situations, as uncomfortable as that is. It's called being a grown-up. It's called being an adult. So the meme is false. It's completely and utterly false, because the very thing you do when you become a grown-up is do uncomfortable conversations with other grown-ups. Also, you have to say to yourself, why am I just want you to ask yourself, if I'm posting this regarding what's happening right now, am I a racist? I'd like to answer that for you, but I'm not going to. You come to your conclusion when you need to. It's such a silly little thing to vex me, isn't it? Maybe it's because I've been in this game a long time, and I see, I've said to you before, it's that RoboCop, that Predator thing where I can just tell you who's won. I call it the racism spectrum. And I can tell you where certain people fit on it. You know, you have the right out there racists. You know the ones, right? They're proud of it. They're awful. Then you have the ones that are so privileged they don't see it and they don't care because it doesn't affect them. Sorry, you're racists. Just pretending it's not an issue doesn't mean you're not one. A lot of us are going to have, and a lot of us have been having some uncomfortable conversations with the people that we have let into our lives. And it's exhausting. And some of them you may have in your lives because, let's say, they may be related, or they may be related to a spouse, or they may be a good friend from many moons ago. I'm sorry, you're going to have to figure these things out. You decide what you want to do with them. I'm not in your life. But don't post that kind of nonsense. You're taking away from a very important thing, and you're making yourself seem very callous and privileged when you do. Unless you post before that meme, this meme is all about buttercream and cream cheese frosting, then don't post it. Not the time. We're in the middle of a revolution. Get it together. I will tell you a little story here, not a sob story, but a story. I'm speaking directly to parents right now. A neighbor friend of mine had said that before the pandemic, when school was full in session, way before March, she had received a phone call from the principal of the school that her children go to. She has 2 girls. And these are white kids. These are white girls. And she proceeded to show up, you know, she's like, your oldest daughter is in the office. You know, she's been fighting. So she had gone to the school, and the reason why the kid had been fighting, basically the kid pushed another kid who landed on the ground because that kid was saying racial things to a friend of hers, and she wasn't having it. And we actually see this in politics right now, don't we? Where I've been seeing this my whole life. If you stand up for it, you are in trouble. The racist person gets to skip through their day, and you're the one that gets into trouble for standing up for it. Same situation for this kid in this school. So the mom said to me, she goes, my jaw just dropped because I was at a confliction of what I was supposed to do at the moment I was being told. I was like, so my kid stood up for somebody who is being racially attacked, and my kid's going home, and because she pushed. Yes, I don't believe in putting your hands on anybody, but children, let's talk about their coping skills, right? They're working on it. I know a lot of adults that are still working on it. And according to this kid, she had said, stop, so many times. Don't do this. The other kid was crying, saying, stop calling me that. She was yelling, stop calling her that. So their voice had been used. The child that was being racist wasn't hearing it. So the kid resorted to the physical action, which I don't agree with, but you also can't really, you get it, right? So she said to me, you know, I'm still upset about the way I handled it. I still think I should have lost my marbles. I should have gotten furious. I took her home, and I had a conversation with her, but what she did was right. Okay, so here's why I told you this story. Parents, if your school ever calls you to tell you that your kid has fended off a racial attack for another child, take that child to a toy store and buy them whatever they want. Also, completely lose your marbles on that principal and administration for punishing your child. Also, find out what that principal and administration will be doing to combat racial issues in the future, and what's happening to the child that was using the racial terminology. Never punish your kid for sticking up for what's right. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. Ever. Because somewhere between them having the fearlessness as children, they lose that fearlessness. I'm going to tell you, I'm not a psychologist, but a lot of why they lose it is because a lot of you are just letting these kind of racist adults in your life to certain degrees and then just saying, oh, just ignore them. Agree to disagree. They say those things. So somewhere between being a fearless kid that knows it's wrong, they become a timid adult that won't speak up. So what we want to do is stop that in between problem area. We want them to still be fearless. We just want them to learn how to use their words instead of using their fists. That's what we want to do. That's the only thing that you need to be doing as they grow up. But yeah, if you get that call, be proud. You've done something very good, and don't let it slip away from them. Okay, I'll catch you on the flip side.